All right, what's going on? What's happening? Salute y'all. Hey, listen, got another one. I'm trying to give you guys variety, diversity, and also this. I mean, I watch a plethora of different kinds of content to form my, way of thinking in this reality. So listen, this young lady right here, you already know. You know what I'm saying? You already seen one or two of her, videos on here that I reacted to. I thought I'd go ahead and go a little bit further because I like the way she covered this video with Trump. Listen, masculinity is back. What can I say? You know what I mean? Trump's out there talking like, who told you that? Who decided that? Huh? Who decided? Anyway, no further ado, let's get right into it. You guys smash that like button, go ahead and subscribe, set the notification bell, drop a comment for the algorithm, and share the video.
On at the White House today, President Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, and President Zelensky from Ukraine got together in the Oval Office and had a very heated discussion. Now, I am not an expert on foreign affairs, but it looks like things are not going well for President Zelensky, and this all happened live on American television. So we're gonna watch the clip today and see what we see.
This thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes.
There's that classic Trumpian language.
Letting it be
They're
known.
so tough.
One more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden.
I like how they verbally jumped this guy. That's way America should be doing things. I mean, they verbally tag team this dude, man. You know what I mean? They jumped him.
But those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2015.
2014.
Yeah. So
I
he killed.
was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are
President,
not
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been.
See, now this is where it starts to go downhill. You'd think if you're President Zelensky, you're going to come in here, be very cool, very even-tempered. You're going to sit and listen to the concerns that President Trump and JD Vance have. And they have a very interesting dynamic, which we're going to break down in just a moment. And you would respond with respect for the work and the resources that the United States has done and given to you thus far. And he sounds antagonistic, coming forward and calling out JD by name and saying, what diplomacy do you recommend? And maybe this is not the space for that. Maybe you guys have a meeting that is separate from the media landscape and you can talk that through. But honestly, I'm kind of glad this happened right for everybody to see, for all Americans to be able to check out what this administration is doing. And so far, they're doing far more than our previous administration. And as JD Vance said, Joe Biden sort of came out, beat his chest, talking about, you know, how much he hates Putin and wanting chocolate chip ice cream, and then he goes and takes a nap and nothing happens. And we spend hundreds of billions of dollars on the war in Ukraine. And now President Trump and JD Vance are saying, you know what? We cannot just keep forking over money and resources to a war that at this moment seems endless. And without U.S. involvement, without U.S. resources, Ukraine would not be winning this war. And they're being very direct in saying that. And I admire the fact that this is happening right in front of the American people and that they weren't afraid to say, you know, with.
And I want you guys to also understand that this was a tactic, man. Like, they did this on purpose, the way that they maneuvered, the way that JD came in and, you know what I mean, was like, I don't appreciate, you know what I mean? Like, it was like, he was big up in the president the whole time, and, you know, then they alley-ooped it back to Trump, and, you know, Trump came in. And I also liked how Trump, when JD kind of interrupted him a little bit, he kind of, like, sat back, let him do his thing, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of see the foreshadowing here. And it was a great exchange. It was, you know, the back and forth that we've been wanting to hear, where masculine men are like, hold up, you forgot that this is America? Calm down now. Calm down. You know, got a little bit too much dip on your chip there, buddy. A little bit too much dip on your chip. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, dude, it was, felt good.
With respect. If you're going to litigate this right here and right now, we're going to put you in your place and tell you what's going to happen moving forward.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean.
Watch this. Watch
don't
Trump.
Feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
Watch this.
God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering all
position
these
to
questions.
dictate that.
See, that's a hold up. That's a little way to, you know, exert power to just assume. Listen, we're going through it. You guys will go through it too. He's trying to frame, you know, the conversation as if whatever's going on, you know, anyone would go through it. You guys don't put that projection onto us. That's an assumption based off of what you're going through in your country and your history. Don't do that. Trump gets some, man. He'd be sitting there watching him.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a good
Brown,
position.
I was
You don't
saying
have the
that.
cards right now. With us, you start having
Not
cards.
playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
And this guy's trying to play with words, but he don't understand. Trump is better. He's catching, dude, at his age, man, Trump is catching every shade. Like the same way I'll be like catching stuff. He's catching everything, man. When he sits there, he listens. He's quick, man.
gambling
I'm the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think
You're
you-
gambling with World War
What you're-
III.
what you're
You're
speaking
gambling
about?
with
What you're
World
speaking
War
about?
III.
Tell
And
him.
what you're doing
Tell
is
him what
very
time it is.
disrespectful to the country, this country.
I'm
that's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
Get him, JD.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
Get him.
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and camped.
They're tag teaming him right here, and he's restructuring the conversation to put it back in perspective, so you understand who the good guy, who the bad guy is, you know, and how ungrateful this guy is coming across, especially like with the weapons and stuff that they've gotten from us. And let's not even get into that.
Campaign for the opposition in October, offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please.
Yikes.
Please.
Yikes. This feels like, you know, when somebody comes to a negotiation and they feel like they're on even footing with the people they're negotiating with. So they start talking to them as if they are. And then all of a sudden, you know, the house of cards falls and they're saying, wait a second, I think you need to be reminded of what your place is in this conversation. Without us, you're going nowhere in this. And because of us,
He absolutely thought that he could keep up with them verbally, and then he can't even keep up with one of them, and it's two of them that are keeping the conversation flowing in the right direction and consistently restructuring and structuring the conversation and framing it, you know, to where you understand, you know, the power dynamics, and also, you know, who's been goofing around and just getting money and losing at the same time. It's wild, man.
because of the resources that we've sent you, and we can no longer continue to do that. You know, there's going to be a clip that I'm going to show you in just a moment. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you guys, of the Ukrainian ambassador who is watching this whole conflict go down, and this is her face.
Because you get a ceasefire faster than
She's like, oh shit, oh shit. He shouldn't have come in here like this. And of course, people are remarking, you know, he's come in here, he's pretty somewhat antagonistic towards JD and towards President Trump. He's not wearing a suit, which usually I would not care about. If you can show.
That is strange. It's his whole approach was disrespectful, antagonistic type. It's dare I say the N-word, narcissistic in a way. Like he knows he's supposed to be wearing a suit. He knows to show respect and respect for the positions all the way around, right? You don't. What are you doing? I think Trump made mention of whatever he when he showed up. I think Trump said something to him like, nice suit, right? He got him. He checked him real quick. He was like, nice suit or whatever. He's letting them know, man, that I see what you're doing. So, and Trump picks up on all the body language cues and the verbal. So he already knew this guy was going to be a weird way. So they just sat down and let him, you know, hang himself. He really did it to himself, to be honest with you. But let's get back to it. You gotta smash that like
Show
button.
up, not wear a suit, handle your business, act in a respectable manner, and then, you know, see yourself out and everything's fine. But when you show up and you're not meeting the standard, and then you're an antagonist to a country that is quite literally the hand that feeds during this conflict that you find
Facts.
yourself in, then it looks a little less respectful. It starts to feel disrespectful. We're gonna
Facts.
continue watching though.
You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
Cooked him, okay? Oh boy just tried to reframe the conversation again, right? He tried to, like, you know, make it seem like you guys are yelling, and because you're yelling, you think that seems like, or makes it seem like you're strong. And before he could finish his sentence, no one has yelled at you. No one has gotten loud. That's just the way that he speaks. See, he's taking this very liberal approach, you know, like, it's your tone. You guys, you think because of your tone that you're sounding tough? No, he just sounds that way. You know, why are you taking offense to the way another man sounds? You know what I mean? Like, if he was being loud, I'm pretty sure, and they felt like he was being disrespectful, that somebody would have checked him or whatever. No, you don't like the fact that he's not kowtowing and yeah, no. He's taking a very stern. They're exerting masculinity without dumbing it down or filtering it down for whatever agenda is being pushed right now on the American people and people globally. And it's all chess, okay? Got the liberal side here trying to play the you big meanies are talking, and then he's like, we're not being mean, we're just being stern, giving that masculine father type of energy, where, hey, listen, not being mean, we're just not worried about your feelings here. We're more so concerned about the facts and the stats, and according to those, you're messing up. Just being real. Anyway, let's keep it going. You guys smash that like button. Let's go.
Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
Can
You've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this.
I.
You have a damn good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you through
I
this
said
stupid
thank you.
president.
Okay, before we get
Yo.
into the stupid president.
That
Now, a lot
is-
of people
oh my
are
goodness.
attributing that last statement that Zelensky made, saying from the beginning of the war we've been alone, to the language barrier, saying it's just been Ukrainians fighting this war rather than other troops being on the ground.
No,
I don't
that's not
know.
what he means.
He is supposedly going to be doing an interview.
No, you got to go off the rest of the context of the entire conversation. He was throwing shade the entire time, so we can't give him the benefit of the doubt or any grace because he hasn't, shown that in the rest. That's what you got to do, man. Context is everything. And I love what Trump said. Boy, listen, he don't, man, truth tellers, man, don't take, hold no punches. And you might call it petty, but listen, this man had to wait out an entire election, man. No wonder he had won that jump. One of the few presidents in history to win 3 times. Anyway, listen, I don't want to hold you guys. We've let this run long enough. It's a great video. You guys do me a favor. Go ahead and smash the like button. Go ahead and join the tribe. Subscribe. Set the notification bell. Drop a comment for the algorithm. We're trying to grow the channels here. Higher quality videos. Editing. Listen, just trying to do it, man. While I'm in school, come on. Support your boy. Share the video. I appreciate y'all. That's what's happening. And listen, remember, you guys rock with me. You know what I mean? So I fucks with you. Let's go.